Very good to all, as they are, I hope well. Today I come to talk about scale and types of scale. Let's start. Scales. Definition. Types of scales. 1. Reduction. 2. Enlargement. 3. Natural. 4. Metrics. Scales is the way in which large objects can be represented in a much more manageable format, without losing the characteristics or measures that the real object possesses. A very simple example is the use of scales by architects or engineers, this being unable to make a plan of real size of a building or bridge. Make a scale design much smaller than the real object, but with the same characteristics and proportions. The step meter. The scalpel is a special triangular ruler. It is built in such a way that, in each of its 3 edges, it has 2 different scales engraved on each side. The use of the meter allows me to take and represent measurements on different scales in a very comfortable, fast and safe way. When a drawing made at a scale that is not standardized is available, or we do not have a scale for the scale of the drawing, in this case it will be necessary to construct the graphic scale. The graphic scale can be created by ourselves. Suppose we must create a graphic scale for E equals 3, 2. Since E equals d, r, measurement of the drawing split by the measurement of the real object, we could put the previous scale as E equals 1.5, 1. Finishing in this data, we see that it is an enlargement scale and means that for 1 mm, cm, m, etc., of the real object, we have 1.5 mm, cm, m, etc., in the drawing. The types of scales we can represent with 5 that are: reduction, E less than 1. The dimensions of the object are too large to be able to draw on a plane or sheet. The actual dimensions must be reduced so that the object can be represented. The parts of a car, the plan of a house or the map of a city, must be reduced to represent them in a plane. Magnification, E greater than 1. The dimensions of the object are too small and the drawing should be enlarged. Small pieces such as those that could occur in watchmaking are excessively small. We would have to expand them. Natural, E equal to 1. The dimensions of the real object and the drawn match. Metrics. Scale in which they are indicated based on 1, n, that is, 1 is the unit in centimeters and n is the corresponding scale, so 1 centimeter in the plane equals n centimeters in reality. Object. Conclusion. It is a relationship between the measure of the drawing and the measure of the real object, that is, scale equals drawing/reality. The representation by means of scales forces to realize continuously mathematical operations, multiplications or divisions. Since this task can be tedious, use the graphic scales.